Hey, what's up? This is Bowling for Fruit, a chat Q&A with Remsen and Nicole. Where y'all at? Come on in, come on in. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? Hey, RJ, how you doing? This is Bowling for Fruit. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Magusta. Hey, Meb. Hey, everybody. Good. This is Bowling for Fruit, y'all. Okay? We about to bring Remsen in, and we're going to do a Q&A, so y'all get your questions ready while we eat our fruit and smack. Oh, sorry, RJ, I can't accept you. Maybe once Remsen comes on, after we get going a little bit, if you have a question, maybe I'm willing to bring people on to ask a question. So just hold on for a moment. We're waiting for Remsen. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for coming on in. This is Bowling for Fruit, a little chat Q&A. Remsen is a nutritionist, okay? So the brother got some knowledge. So if you guys have questions, get your questions ready. You can ask him all the deep questions and just keep the easy questions for me, okay? I'm not a nutritionist like him. I don't have a certification, okay? But I do have 12 and a half years experience eating a plant-based diet. And I'm sorry that this is not seeded. I'm so tired of these grocery stores thinking they're doing something for us by giving us seedless fruit. No, I don't want that. I remember when I was younger, seedless was everything, right? But now it's like, no, I want the seeds. I want the seeds because I know that that's real and legit. Where is Remsen? Remsen, where you at? Let me go ahead and request him, even though he is supposed to request me. Don't leave, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, me gusta predicar. Me gusta, did you know that you were my my 1,000th follower? I remember you specifically because when I reached 1,000 followers in December, I gave you a shout out, but you never responded. So I don't know if you saw that, but I gave you a shout out because you were my 1,000th follower. And that was December 15th, I believe. Yeah, December 15th. Okay, Remsen, where you at, bro? Thank you guys for joining. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be a Q&A. How's everybody doing today? Comment in the chat. Tell me what you've eaten today so far. And you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. What did you guys eat today so far? Right. The stores will continue to sell. Uh-oh, it says he's unable to join. Okay. Remsen, if you're watching, restart your phone. Restart your phone. I hope he can hear me. It says he's unable to join. Restart your phone, Remsen, and then get back on. True Women of Substance says the stores will continue to sell what the people continue to buy. Well, it's kind of like, well, we have to keep buying it because we want fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we stop buying the seedless, then we won't have any fruit in most areas. At least where I'm. Okay, here he comes. Let's see. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, I that's why it's like we gotta move in order to get seeded, fruit. You gotta move somewhere. Hey,
what's going on? Do I got sound?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right. I was like,
well, did you restart your phone or you just?
No, I was trying to. I was just here waiting for this thing to. All right.
It had said that you were unable to join.
Yeah, I was having some wonkiness going on, but you know.
So I was talking about I'm mad because of course this is seedless. You know, it's hard to find seeded fruit or watermelon where I live.
Oh,
do you get? Huh?
Oh, you like eating the seeds?
I don't like to, but I prefer it because I know that it's like real. I mean, you know what I'm saying? not that it's fake, but I know that it hasn't been modified.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know
how
what
are they
I'm saying?
how are they not modified?
Huh?
I said, how are they not
Wait. Okay,
modified?
let's start over. In order for it to be seedless, they did something, right, to get the seeds out.
Not to get the seeds out. Typically the larger watermelon are the ones that are more likely to have mature seeds, and the smaller ones are typically the ones that just have immature seeds. So all watermelon have seeds, but the difference is some watermelon have immature seeds, and then some have more mature seeds.
So,
So like the watermelons that are like 20 plus pounds, those are the ones that should definitely have the mature seeds, those hard black seeds. But like the really small ones, those ones typically just have immature seeds, right? So it's just different
because
strains, different
so I see a
breeds.
lot of seeds. They're just
Yeah,
light skinned.
yeah. So those light seeds, those are immature seeds. What,
Oh, okay.
how much did that watermelon weigh?
I got one of those, the small ones at Trader Joe's, where it's just like $3.99 or something like
Oh,
that. It
see, that's
wasn't by
why.
a pound.
Yeah, that's why. If you get those really large ones, typically have the mature seeds in them. Like them
Okay.
20 pounders, those 24-pound ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
this is not considered seedless then?
No, it's not seedless.
It's just they light skin.
Yeah, those are immature seeds, right? Meaning that those are not seeds that bear fruit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where's your fruit at? Let me see your bowl.
So you got watermelon, I got cantaloupe. Uh,
Okay.
so that's what I got here. So the whole, well, almost the whole cantaloupe in here.
You got the whole
So
one. This is the whole watermelon, but it was about this big.
yeah.
So it wasn't a
So
big one.
so it's like the size of like your average melon, like the size of like your average cantaloupe or honeydew or something like that.
Hmm. Hey, you guys, this is a Q&A. So let me see some questions in the chat, or actually, I prefer in the box. Oh, I have a question about watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a backup, some tangerines and apples.
Uh-huh.
But everybody says you're not supposed to mix watermelon with other fruits.
Oh yeah.
Do you know about that and why? Or
I
you
don't
don't trip off of that?
I don't know if you're supposed to, and I don't particularly do it. I like to just eat it by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I typically will just eat melon with melon. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
I don't mix like my cantaloupe or anything like that. I think the only thing that I would probably mix cantaloupe with is honeydew. But I don't know if
Because
there's something negative that happens if you mix them. I don't know about that.
well, they're always saying something about because watermelon digests so fast, and I'm like, okay, so it digests so fast. So what about that? So if I mix it with an orange and it digests fast, like why is that bad? Like I don't understand. Oh, somebody asked the question. Um, you guys put the things in the question box because it's just easier. But for now, DL Matt Shop says, how often should I eat fruit for weight loss?
That's a good question. I think it depends on the overall plan. Um, so basically, like a really good strategy is like let's say you eat fruit throughout the first half of the day, and then your final meal for the day would be like more of a cooked meal, right? Or you could start off, let's say you do your first meal would be like some type of melon, some water-rich fruit, and then your second meal would probably be something more conducive towards gut health, like a coconut yogurt with, a variety of berries, walnut chunks, and chia or pumpkin seed kernels, things like that. Probably not pumpkin seed kernel. I don't think I would probably put walnut, chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds, like that kind of. I would go. Those would be the options that I would put for that. And then after that, having like another fruit bowl with mixed greens, so probably like apples, grapes, watercress, and like let's say pumpkin seed kernels or roasted cashews or pistachios or something like that. And then afterwards, have like a cooked meal.
That's like what they call like raw till four. You
Yeah,
heard that
right,
term?
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where you eat raw throughout the day and then you have a cooked meal for dinner. That's like
right,
a perfect balance.
right, right. Yeah.
Hey, love. My question is, why do I throw up when I eat watermelon? I grew up eating watermelon without no problem. You might have just became intolerant to it.
I
But
don't think,
do you
yeah,
have?
I don't think I've never heard of somebody throwing up eating watermelon. I've never heard of that before. I would be interested in what you ate before you ate the watermelon. Because there's got to be maybe something that's coming before or after or something going on in your gut that would cause that. So I would need more information about your overall diet to know what could be going on there.
Could it be that it's just like any other thing where sometimes people just grow to be intolerant to certain things, like wheat, for instance? Gluten is a big problem in a lot of people, and they can't eat that. And I'm pretty sure they grew up eating it, right? But then now they can't eat it anymore, makes them sick or whatever. Could it be like that, where it's just something that your body just does not
Well, I mean, the thing is
tolerate?
gluten builds up in your digestive tract, whereas watermelon doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You usually can develop like an intolerance to something that builds up in your digestive tract.
Okay. Donald Jack says, what's a good place to get seeded fruit? Sometimes like Whole Foods and Sprouts, sometimes they have seeded. Do you have
You
any
know,
other?
yeah, I mean, I typically don't see much fruit without seeds. I mean, I haven't really seen any fruit that don't have seeds. It's actually pretty rare for fruits to not have seeds.
Oh, like grapes though. You know how they be having them seedless grapes?
Well, even the seedless grapes, they have seeds in them. They have the what you call the immature seeds. So they're like almost like translucent. They're real small.
I want to make watermelon and cantaloupe juice together. Is that okay? Mm-hmm.
I guess you can, yeah. Hmm.
It's like you can do whatever you want to do now. You're the boss of you.
No, I mean I mean it's not like I'm typically only going to advise against something if I know that it causes bad results.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling, y'all.
So like I'm not going to say, hey, don't do that. And then you ask me why or what happens if you do. And then I'm like, well, I don't know. You just shouldn't. Right? The only time you should avoid doing something is because there's going to be some type of negative consequence to doing it.
Yeah. Shanti and Michelle says, where do you guys buy your fruit from? So for me, I shop at Trader Joe's every single week. And then I do backups. No, I go to like Whole Foods every now and then to get a few things. But I mostly just get everything from Trader Joe's every week. What about you, Remsen?
I go like to this small fruit and vegetable stand, and I get a lot of stuff from there. And
Oh, yeah?
yeah, and then other than that, it would probably just be like some other grocery store. You know, like if I'm in New York or something, it'd be like a Stop and Shop. If I'm in Georgia, it'd probably be like a Kroger or something like that. Right.
You guys have we don't have Kroger.
I remember the first time I heard about Kroger. I said, why would you name a grocery store Kroger? That doesn't sound like a place I want to get food. I'm going to eat from Kroger. Kroger sounds like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villain, right? Donatello fought Kroger, in episode 13, And then there's like other stores like one, it's called Wegmans.
It's a store?
Yeah, called Wegmans, right?
Okay, I don't trust that place. Nah, it just sounds uncomfortable.
Wegmans. Funny names.
I know, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Givy one says, Givy, sorry if I'm, Givy, first of all, hello, thank you for your question. I'm going to need you to put a profile picture on. I don't like no faces. Put a profile picture on your profile. Just take one of your posts and put it on your profile. Okay. GV says, hello there, Nicole. Good seeing you. Where can I find soursop around where we live? Where do you live at? Now for me, I don't know because I've never even bought soursop. Can you get that like at an Asian store? Remington, do you know?
Soursop, you'll typically find it in like Caribbean grocery stores or something like that. But they're more so, they're more prevalent around like closer to South America. So like, I mean, if you're gonna get it anywhere, it'll probably be in Florida or something like that, you'd end up getting it.
I've been seeing a lot of people posting videos with that soursop, and I've been like, dang, that look heckin' good. Like, I want to get some myself, and I've been wondering the same thing. Like, where do I get it?
Sa
Um,
Soursop is such a weird fruit.
is it?
It's so weird. It's like it looks like an alien egg, and then inside it's kind of like it's like white and kind of smushy,
What?
and it's got like
Have
all
you
these little
tasted it?
hidden seeds in it. Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything I've ever tasted before. Like if you ask me, like, oh, what does soursop taste like? I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of like a mildly fragrant candy, you know?
Interesting. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like it tastes good.
It it doesn't taste like anything you've ever tasted before. I don't even know what to
Hmm.
compare it to. Yeah.
Tastes like
Mhm.
air. Nah. um, and you guys, you don't have to just ask questions about fruit. You can ask anything about our diets, about, you know, Remsen is a nutrition coach, so he helps people lose weight. He also um, helps people reverse chronic health
Chronic,
conditions.
yeah,
Okay?
chronic illnesses. Yeah, that's my
He
deal.
can help y'all. So that's his profession. Okay. So if you
Kidney
need,
disease, enlarged prostate,
wow,
fibroids, fatty liver, liver cirrhosis, diabetes,
wow,
high
you've
blood
helped a
pressure,
lot of
high
people.
cholesterol, leaky gut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my wheelhouse right there.
Yeah. Y'all, he's about it. Okay. I interviewed him twice on my podcast, so y'all go check that out because he was breaking down a lot of knowledge. Tay Love says I can eat honeydew melon, canelo. I just can't eat watermelon. I believe my buddy, oh, my body just rejected. Yeah, sometimes our bodies just don't like stuff. You know what's weird? This is kind of off subject a little bit, but I did I'm like an 80-20 girl, okay? 80% clean, whole foods, right?
Hmm.
And then I eat junk food, processed stuff like 20% of my diet.
Hmm.
Um, Ever since I did a raw cleanse January to February, so 44 days. Ever since then, like I'm already sensitive. My stomach is sensitive already. But ever since then, like if I eat anything that's like not considered healthy whole foods, like even just a little bit makes me nauseous. Like since my cleanse, that's weird. It's like
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, I can't even enjoy it. I can't even like for instance, I had some vegan tacos last week. 2 weeks before that, I had a vegan burger. Um, and I felt nauseous after. It was hecka good, but I felt nauseous after. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, did my body like transform when I did the cleanse or something?
You got
You know,
you got raised its standards.
I got who?
You got raised its standards. So
Raisin standard?
you got raises its standards. So it's kind of like
What's that mean?
once you feel what it's like to be on the other side, you know, it's kind of like people could be walking around in their normal state of being. It's just like bloated, gassy, low energy, brain fog, and that's just their life every day.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they clean up their diet, they start getting better sleep and everything like that. They start getting more mental clarity, losing weight. They're not gassy and bloated anymore. And then they go back to trying to eat the stuff that they ate before, and they get like this real drastic revolt against it. Like, I used to be able to eat this stuff all the time, and I can't anymore. And it's like, well, yeah, because you know what it's like to be on the other side, right? Like, you can't go back. Like,
Are you telling me I can't eat junk food
li-
no more?
like,
Nah.
yo, imagine like making 450 grand a year, and then like you go back to making like 110, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are like, but 110, that's pretty good. There's six figures. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I've
I
been
was
on the
making
other side
fun.
when it was 450.
Oh,
Yeah.
Betty.
You know,
You
it's like,
know, it makes me sad.
um, my
Okay.
dad used to make this joke. He said, he said, if Jeff Bezos made Oprah Winfrey money, he'd kill himself.
Why?
Because
Why would he kill himself?
of the standards. You know, it's like when you used to
Yeah.
being a billionaire, being a multi-billionaire, you know, being rich is like being poor, right? The standards is different. If you're
Wow.
gassy all the time, that's normal for you. But if you get gassy one day, you're like, oh my God, why am I gassy? This is not how things are supposed to be. This is unacceptable.
Oh,
Right?
this
It's a completely
well,
different thing.
well, I'm sad because I can't even like do my little 20% without feeling nauseous
Well,
now.
you're gonna
It's
have
weird.
to
It's like,
you you're gonna have to find a better thing to eat. It can't be oily and all processed and whatnot, no fiber and stuff, because your body be like, we don't do this. This ain't what we do. We raise our standards.
but it's only 20% though.
20% is kind of high.
Is it? If I
Yeah,
eat 80% clean whole foods, and then
20%
like
still 20% still kind of high.
really,
I'll tell you this. You ask anybody, is 20% high? They go, well, I mean, depends. I don't think 20% is that high. What if you took a 20% pay cut?
ooh, now you're playing with my emotions.
All right. What if it's like, you know, my husband only cheats on me like 20% of the time. Right? Or,
That's different.
you know, my kidney functionality is only down 20%.
You're gonna make me stop, quit playing. You're gonna make me
You see, when
choke
you
on my
put
food.
that 20%, so that 20% is a lot more than you think. That's a significant number. That is statistically significant.
That's different. Okay,
It's
I see some
20%.
questions. So what? Okay, so do you ever eat junk food, Remington? Tell the truth. Okay, that
No,
watermelon wasn't enough. I need.
no,
Okay,
I
for
don't.
all you guys who say don't mix watermelon with other fruit, I'm sorry, I'm about to mix watermelon because I'm hungry still. So now I'm gonna eat these tangerines and these apples. 'Cause I'm still hungry.
No, no, I don't eat
Ooh,
junk. I don't eat junk food.
you don't?
I no, I don't eat junk food.
That's so good, Remsen. I think I'm on my way to not eat it anymore either because, like I said, it makes me feel nauseous now ever since my raw cleanse. Okay, I have some questions in the question box. Why do I have gas while doing a all fresh fruit fast? Because girl, you getting all that fiber. Nah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
Remsen,
might be
what's
it might be an increase in fiber. It depends on how long you've been doing it. It depends on what you're eating. Right.
okay.
So you know, it
That's
really
happened to me
depends.
before.
So if you're getting unblocked, you know what I mean? If your digestive tract and your colon is getting unblocked, then you know you might get a little bit of gas on the way out. Especially if you've been used to going every day, only getting like 10 to 15 grams of fiber a day, and then you get up to like 50. Yeah, you might get some extra funkiness going on there, right? Because things are getting pushed out.
Just if you marry, just be like, baby, I'm gonna be on the couch for a couple of nights.
Oh, like
That
I'm
happened to me once.
yeah, just like look, I'm in here letting it rip. All right. So crack.
That happened to me before. Remsen, I did a fruit cleanse. Now this only happened one time when I did it, but I don't know why it was bad. I was like, baby, we got to stay in separate rooms for a couple of days because your girl, this is the kind where you can't have company over and you
Yeah.
cannot go nowhere because it's that bad.
It's an
Now that was a long time
exorcism.
ago.
Yeah, it's an exorcism going on in there.
I was possessed. No, I'm just kidding. Peter, my healthy said, would you agree that fruits and veggies of today have less nutritional value than 50 years ago?
No,
Yes. No?
no, no.
Okay. Go ahead.
Um,
Do you have an explanation on that?
so when you say nutritional value, I assume you mean micronutrients like minerals and stuff like that. Now, that depends on the soil quality, right? It doesn't really depend on like, oh, 50 years ago versus now. It depends on the soil quality, right? So soil quality in some areas can be really good. Some soil quality in areas can be really bad. So it doesn't really matter the time, the chronological time or year the food was grown. It really matters where it was grown more so than anything else. But the interesting thing is, um, the foods now are larger than they used to be because there's more carbon dioxide in the environment, right? So more carbon
Mm-hmm.
dioxide in the environment means more food to actually feed plant life and grow plant life, which then causes an increase in oxygen in the environment as well. So you get like this greenhouse gas effect that pretty much acts as steroids for fruits and vegetables.
Interesting.
Mm.
Thank you for answering that. Next question. Cranial 12 said, sorry. um, I just started eating raw about 2 months ago. Any recommendations on how I make sure to get all nutrients I need? You
I
know,
would
I have a suggestion. Well, go ahead. What do you say?
So basically, diversity is one of the best things that you could do. So let's say you made it a point to eat like 8 cups of greens a day, and you had 2 to 3 different types of greens per day.
Yo, Doms.
So let's say your 2 greens for the day would be kale and watercress, or broccoli and spinach, right? Or spring mix and romaine lettuce, right? And then let's say you had 10 to 15 servings of fruit a day. And then out
Dang.
of that 10 to 15 servings of fruit, you had 5 or 6 different types of fruit a day. And then on top of that, you had nuts and seeds. So let's say you had 2 different types of seeds and 2 different types of nuts. So let's say you did hemp seeds and you did flax seeds. And then for nuts, you did walnuts and then you did cashews, right? Now, as you add in variety, it's very difficult to undereat, right? Because you're adding in more variety on top of that. So this kind of guarantees that you get enough, you meet your caloric and macro needs, so to speak. That would be the general way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a bit more math behind my approach. So it would be like a bare minimum of 4 grams of carbs per kilogram of lean mass, 1 gram of fat per kilogram of lean mass, and 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of lean mass. Right. So then if you actually got your lean mass in pounds and then you divided it by 2.2 to get your weight in kilograms, and then you calculate grams of carbs, fat, and protein to kilograms of your lean body mass. Not your overall body mass, your lean body mass. So basically what you would have to do is find out what your body fat percentage is and then subtract that from your overall body weight to get your lean mass weight.
Do you suggest, you know what also I used to do to whoever asked that question? I know chronometer is not like accurate all the way, but it still can give you like a little gauge, right? Like I used to put my food in chronometer and it kind of breaks down the nutritional value. It tells you how much the vitamins and the minerals and everything like that. So it was like a little gauge. I know it wasn't like all the way accurate, but it kind of gives you like a little gauge to make sure you're kind of getting in what you need to on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And I've been eating plant-based for 12 and a half years, and every time I get my blood work done, I've never been, let me not lie, I've always been good on everything. But there was once where I was low on my vitamin D a long time ago, but I just found a vitamin D supplement that's food-based not just some fillers, but it's food based, and then it helped my vitamin D, because we can only get vitamin D from the sun and certain things. We don't have a lot in plant foods, so I do supplement.
Chlorella.
Do you supplement for that? Oh,
Yeah, chlorella, spirulina, and vitamin D fortified mushrooms.
oh, okay. I learned something new today. Cartoon B. Oh, somebody wants to know, are raisins okay? Of course they're okay.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe not.
It's a great snack.
They might give you gas, but they're okay to eat.
It's a great snack. Just walking
Mm-hmm.
around eating raisins.
It is.
I
They're
used to eat
very
little
good.
boxes of raisins as a kid.
What, what to you? Okay, somebody wants to know what to eat to gain weight, but let me go ask the other questions first, and we'll come back to that one. You guys put questions in the question box, please. This is a Q&A, by the way, for those that just joined. This is not my podcast. This is a new thing. Remsen and I will be doing maybe bi-weekly or once a month, just coming on here, doing a Q&A, eating our fruit, and chatting with you all. So forgive us for smacking and no, I'm not gonna say sorry. We're gonna smack away. No, you guys, yeah. So ask questions in the question box, and thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and read the next questions. After I finish smacking, hold on. All right, best 10 fruits to buy in bulk best 10 fruits to buy in bulk to lose belly fat. And then they put watermelon, cucumber, apples, oranges, grapes, and question mark. So I guess they want to know what else besides watermelon, cucumber, apples, oranges, and grapes. You can buy anything in bulk, right?
I guess that would be some. So I'm a big fan of grapes, apples. Grapes and apples are very good for, I mean, you burn fat everywhere evenly. There's not specific foods that target belly fat, right? The only way to really expedite fat loss as far as belly fat is by improving your gut health, right? And if you want to do that, it would be a good idea to add things like coconut yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, and things like that, fermented vegetables to your diet to get more probiotics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but foods that are good to get in bulk would definitely be um, like tangerines, grapes, um, kiwis, melons, mangoes. Trying to think what else. So, because when you buy in bulk, right, you want to keep in mind shelf life. So you don't want to get something that's going to spoil too quickly. So it depends on how much of it you're eating per day, right? Um, so you have to really assess what your plan is, and when you say and buy in bulk, well, how much you plan on getting at a time. So what I would do is I will accumulate watermelons, cantaloupes, and honeydew, and I'll just have them sitting around waiting to go ripe. I will accumulate kiwis and get like 12 at a time, right? And it'd be these hard ass kiwis, right? These kiwis, they're like you could throw them at a person and kill somebody with them. They're like a brick, because they're not ripe yet,
Right.
right? And you get them nice hard stone kiwis, and you get them in bulk and let them get ripe over time. And then you get something that's a little bit more ripe, and that's tend to go into big grapes. Get some nice, firm, juicy, plump grapes, right? And you
Mm.
get a good, decent amount of that. You can eat a lot of grapes at a time, too. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Apples, you can get like 12 or 14, 16 apples at a time and eat like two a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apple's got a pretty long shelf life. Tangerines, grapefruit, same thing, right? Those will last for a while, so you can get those in bulk as well. So you
Oh,
have
did you say bananas?
categories, huh?
Did you say bananas already?
I didn't say bananas. I was getting the bananas, right? So bananas, you kind of want to get half and half green, half and half yellow.
Is
So
it
if you
good
get
right
bunches of bananas, yeah. So you get the yellow ones and you eat those first, and then basically when you get through the yellow ones, the ones that were green are now starting to become more yellow, and then you can have those.
I go
So
through bananas so quick.
yeah, yeah, because you can eat like four or six at a time.
Exactly.
Um,
And smoothies and ice cream and stuff.
Right. Um, so, you know, basically you want to have like half ripe and half unripe. Things that you absolutely cannot buy in bulk or you shouldn't buy in bulk are like cranberries, raspberries, things like that, unless you're going to freeze them because they'll go bad on you
Right,
quick.
exactly.
They'll mold,
Exactly.
they'll mold up quick. All right. So, yeah,
It's funny
those you
because
probably freeze them.
my fruit never goes bad because I go through them suckers like it ain't nobody's business. We be getting our fruit on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
nothing ever goes bad because it's just like,
Hmm.
oh, somebody wants to know what to eat to gain weight. For me, I say, never mind. I say you just gotta. It don't matter to me. It doesn't matter what you're eating as long as the total amount of. I know you're gonna disagree on this, but for me, okay, I'm gonna speak for myself on what happens to me to gain weight when I am not trying to gain weight is when I'm eating in a surplus. When I'm eating more than I burn, I gain weight. When I'm burning more than I eat, I lose weight. That's how my body works. But
That's how, I
what?
mean, that's pretty much how everybody works, right?
So is that your answer to that person that asked that? Like, what should they eat to gain weight? It doesn't matter what you eat. It's just
It
the total caloric value, right?
it matters what and how much. Um, your caloric burn is a moving target, so the more you eating more will actually increase your caloric burn.
Mm-hmm.
So just eating fruit, it's difficult to gain weight just eating fruit, right? So when you say, what do I eat to gain weight? The following question is, um, what kind of weight are you trying to gain? Lean mass or fat mass? Now, if you're trying to gain lean mass, well, the only way to really do that is training, building muscle. Because if you're not training and building muscle, well, you're just gonna be gaining fat because there ain't really much else weight to gain other than that, right?
Right.
One really good habit to have, like let's say if I'm trying to put on weight and I'm training hard, I'll eat like two cups of peanuts before bed at night. I
Two
do that
cups.
really, yeah, 2 cups of peanuts every night.
Dang.
So the reason for that though is fat loss ramps up at night. So if you're sleeping well, your fat loss will ramp up at night and muscle growth ramps up at night. With the caveat that you're getting enough zinc, copper, selenium, chromium, things like that. Peanuts are very high in zinc, very high in copper, the good source of selenium, good source of iron, which is also very important for building muscle, and protein, as well as polyunsaturated fat. You will sleep so good eating nuts before bed.
For
Because
real?
yeah, because of all the zinc and whatnot. The zinc, the magnesium, yeah.
Oh, that's better than a sleeping pill.
Yeah,
No.
no, it really is. I'll sleep so good. So you just crush a bunch of bananas before bed and peanuts? Oh, forget about it. So
I
you
love it.
basically so you basically carb up and you fruit up all day, and then you pour on the nuts at night. Like 2 cups of like peanuts. That's like 1,200 calories right there.
Dude. Okay, see now me, that'll make my behind get. I mean, well, not behind as in my butt, but just me in general. That'd make because 1,200 calories. If I've already eaten like say like I already ate 1,800 in a day, and then I have 12, that would put me in a surplus. Maybe that should just be for a man
Well,
because
you
y'all can
well you
eat
want
more.
to achieve a surplus though, right? If you're training, you're trying to build muscle, you're
Oh
doing
yeah,
your squats and your
for
deadlifts and
one
your hip
person.
bridges and all of that, right? Because you know everybody
Yeah,
on Instagram, we're trying to grow some big thick butt cheeks, right? We're trying to really balloon them up, right?
yeah, that's definitely for someone who's trying to gain weight. But for
Uh,
myself, who's trying to lose some fat so I can fit in my old pair of pants, I wouldn't want to do that because I'm not trying to eat in the surplus. I'm not trying to gain weight, you
uh,
know. But
uh,
yeah, for sure. And you do, Eric, can you show everybody your muscles?
can I show everybody my
Can we,
muscles?
can we get a bicep real quick?
It's a black shirt on. I don't know how much I'm gonna do, but you know, so we got a little something there.
Ooh,
All right,
y'all, can y'all see that? No, I'm just playing.
we
Just
got a
go
little
to his
something there.
page, y'all. He got some
Black
pictures.
black
He
is
got
slimming.
muscles. Yeah, y'all go to his page. He got muscles. he got abs, and he eats vegan, so you know he's getting enough protein. Okay.
I got to fight to get out of this shirt.
You like
Shirt is
you gotta put
snug.
Vaseline in. You just put a little bit of Vaseline inside and just
Oh, yeah.
wiggle your way through.
Imagine you got to put on Vaseline to get out of your shirt. That's brutal. That's nasty.
Dom, I don't know if Dom's is still on here, but says what? Let me. Well, I'll just read it anyway. What produce, in your experience, is the best to freeze to reduce on produce waste? I think you kind of touched that already, right? Like bananas and berries are good to freeze.
Yeah. Particularly
Actually,
the berries are good to freeze. I don't really freeze bananas, but yeah,
you
berries.
don't?
No.
That's the only. Okay, so you know how we're supposed to eat bananas? You're supposed to eat them right, and right means when they're like yellow with the little brown spots.
Uh-huh.
I can't eat it like that, right? So the only way I can eat it like that is to freeze them, and then I eat them in smoothies. I mean, drink them in smoothies, and then I make an ice cream with my food processor, which is like a ice cream texture.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I can eat them like real ripe like that. Otherwise, if I'm just eating them, they have to be like just yellow.
I'm real bare bones. I'll just get a bunch of bananas and I'll just snap and just eat them, snap, and I'll just eat bananas just straight up.
I'll eat them only just if I'm just hecka hungry and there's nothing else around. I eat it for survival. Meaning like I'll only eat them like that if I'm just hecka hungry and I don't have nothing else. Otherwise, I like to freeze mine. That's interesting. You don't freeze them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really freeze much. I don't cook much.
Because you don't drink a lot of smoothies?
No, like
bananas are my base.
I do bare bones just fruit. I just fill up the bowl and or just grab a bunch of bananas, go for a walk and just eat a bunch of bananas while I'm going for a walk, you know? Or I'll fill up my pockets with a bunch of tangerines and just eat like 8 tangerines or something like that on a walk.
That's tangerines, that'd be a meal for me sometimes. I'll eat like 10 tangerines for lunch or something like that, you know?
I just ate like 7 cups of cantaloupe.
Just now while we were talking?
Yeah.
That was 7 cups?
Yeah, now I'm eating chai tea. I'm drinking chai tea.
I'm eating chai tea.
Yeah, drinking chai tea. Yeah.
Do you use supplementation? I don't know if Peter's still on here, but for me, for myself, when I do track to see if I'm getting on my nutrition and stuff, sometimes some things might fall just a little short. So just to fill in those little gaps, I take a multivitamin that is raw and it's food-based. And it's called Vitamin Code Raw for Women. And it's fruit-based and it's raw. So it's not all the fillers and stuff like that. I take a multi, and then I take the one, it's a 3-in-1. It's magnesium, vitamin D, and calcium in one. I don't take my supplements every day. I take them maybe like 3 times a week. So what about you, Remsen?
I do vitamin D3.
A supplement pill?
Mm-hmm.
Now, bruh, I can't even. No, I was about to say, my vitamin 3, the one that has a calcium, magnesium, that sucker is, I can't do it with my fingers, but that sucker is big. I cannot
like a big horse
swallow
pill?
that. Yes, I can't take it. So what I do is I put it in a smoothie and, blend it up in a smoothie and just drink it with frozen vegetables. Huh?
I said, really?
Yes, because I tried to cut it in half, and I'll do this 10 times before I can finally swallow it. I'll try to get it set up, and I can't do it. So I just put that sucker in a smoothie. Now my multivitamin is one of those, what do you call them? Capsules it's very easy to swallow, and
like
it's not. Yeah, but it's not gelatin. It's vegan, but that one's easy to swallow. But that vitamin D sucker, man, I'll be sitting there like 10 times before I can finally do it. I'm just like, forget it. Let me just put it in a smoothie.
My mom does the same thing. She jerk her head back like really aggressively.
But I got
Now,
to do it like 10 times before I can finally. You know what? You know why I'm like that? It's because when I was young, I choked on a pill. And I have that memory in my head. All I remember is my
oh
mom
no, the
had me upside down.
PTSD.
My mom had me upside down with my feet in the air. She was trying to shake it out of me.
What?
She was trying to get that. She was trying to get that thing out of me any means
Did
necessary.
that make it
That,
worse?
I know. She didn't know. She was batting my back. She was
Yeah. Oh my God.
ever since then. Like I have this thing with pills, like big pills, and
Yeah.
I'm scared. To gag on it, choke on it, whatever. So anyway, so I hope it answers your question. Let's see. I agree when it comes to bananas. Taste Love said, what if you can't eat too much peanuts? What other nuts can be substituted? There are so many nuts: cashews, pumpkin seeds,
Yeah. You could do,
pistachio.
yeah, absolutely. You can do walnuts. You could do, so the big ones for me is peanuts, cashews, and walnuts. Those are the ones that have the most tryptophan. Those are
Mm.
the ones. I don't know if they have the most zinc. I don't think they have the most zinc, but the zinc is pretty substantial, and the zinc is very important for sleep quality. Um, and the tryptophan is very important for serotonin production, which is one of the major happiness hormones, which converts into melatonin, which allows you to sleep at night. So
Yes.
yeah, so basically walnuts, cashews could be good alternatives. Pumpkin seed kernels is another great alternative. Pumpkin seed kernels are the real deal, I would say for sure. Yeah, I mean
Kernels.
pumpkin seed kernels. Yeah, yeah. Get the kernel, not the whole seed, because it.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have the whole thing, and I love to eat it from Trader Joe's. I love that crunch. I do crunch, and I eat the whole thing.
Really, the whole seed,
Yes,
not the
I
kernel.
love that. Huh?
Doesn't it taste like wood? It's
No,
just like
I like
wood.
it.
Really?
I
So not the
like
kernel.
it.
You don't get the kernel inside, just the whole
I eat
pumpkin seed.
the whole thing, the outside, the inside, the
Really?
sideways, the back.
Oh,
Yes,
does and it comes out like it doesn't come out whole?
I've never noticed it.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay,
You know
all
what?
right.
You know what does come out whole, which is
What?
funny, is corn. I
Oh
don't eat
yeah,
corn a lot. I don't
yeah.
eat corn a lot, but when I do, nah. um,
I don't.
but yeah, isn't that interesting how you could chew the corn and then you go boo boo and it comes out whole?
I don't really eat corn either. I don't
Yeah,
really eat much corn.
I probably eat it like 3 times a year, and it's so interesting. I guess because it doesn't digest properly, right?
Yeah, your body doesn't break down the cell wall.
That's so interesting to me. Like, how are you gonna be chewed up before you go down my throat, but then you're gonna come out full cycle,
No, no,
this
no,
whole just be like no.
no.
Okay. Let's see. Now there's two people who requested to join to ask a question. Should we trust this?
I Yeah. I mean, hey, if it's on you what you want to do.
Let's try it. Okay, if you're still there, I don't know if you're still there. I'm going to bring you on. You have to ask one question, and when he answers your question, then you kindly say goodbye, and then we move on. Don't be trying to take over this live. Okay, I don't even know if they're still there. Let's just try it. RJ27 Yash Mina, I'm going to accept your request. Please be respectful, and let's see if you're still around. If they're not, then we'll just go to the next one. If you're still there, I just accepted your request. Come on down. Nah. But anyway, are you done with your fruit? I have 4
Yeah,
pieces left.
I'm done.
I ate the whole watermelon. I ate some tangerines, and then I have this left. I
Yeah.
ate some apples, and I have this left. I have a big appetite.
Well, there
I'm
you
not a
go.
normal person.
That's what happens when you raw. And you've been plant-based longer than me.
Really?
Yeah.
You've
I'm
been, what was it, 8
not,
years?
I'm 9 years in.
9 years.
9 years in.
Okay, I guess that person is no longer. I'm going to try Junior Bishop. If you're still here, come on in. And if not, while we're waiting for that, somebody said, I love berries, especially blueberries. Lori Jug now. Says, I love berries, especially blueberries. RJ, it says you're unable to join. I'm not sure. Maybe you could restart your phone. Try that. She said, I hear the little seeds in most berries are not good for the digestive tract. Any thoughts?
I haven't heard of that. Little seeds in most berries, you said? I haven't heard of
Mm-hmm.
that. I've never heard of seeds in berries to be problematic for the digestive tract. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, because I mean, like most fruits have seeds, and it's just a part of that's a part of fruit. That makes it. That's what makes it fruit, right? So, um, we've been eating fruit for years. Everyone has been eating fruit for years, and hasn't been any issues. Do y'all use CMOS? You know, I was ordering it on this one website for a while, and that sucker came in the mail, cracked open and spilled, and then I just stopped ordering it. I was mad, and I haven't bought any since. But I think
Oh,
what I want to do is buy the fresh kind and make it myself. Do you do CMOS?
no, no. I've been telling myself like I should get into it, and I plan on it at some point in
Me
time. I
too.
just haven't worked it in yet.
Me too. I've been meaning to go get the real kind that's all like this, and then you like soak it in water, I
Yeah, like
guess,
the dried
clean
sea
it, and
moss,
then,
yeah,
yeah,
with the sand and
and then
everything still on it.
and add, oh really? And then add some lemon juice and blend it in a blender.
You got to clean it
Maybe
and
with,
whatnot first. Make sure you get all the sand out.
yeah. Oh, I didn't know it had sand on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I want to, because it has like, what did they say, 81 minerals?
yeah, it's got a full mineral profile. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I definitely want to try that. But what they say about sea moss doesn't happen to me. Like people put little video clips like, "Oh, this is me after eating sea moss," and they're like all doing flips and all that stuff. Now, when I have great energy already, but when I had the sea moss, it didn't change my energy and increase it or anything. It was just I was just normal. So I don't know if they be over exaggerating with that or if it just depends on the individual.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it has a full mineral profile. I mean, the more you mineralize your body, the more energy you're gonna get. Right?
Yeah, true
You
that.
know, alkalizing the body is the key to, well, mineralizing the body is the key to alkalizing your body. All right. So yeah, I mean, it could definitely improve your overall energy level. Yeah.
Dang, I don't think my energy can ever get any more than it is. Your girl got some energy, okay?
Yeah, you got some good energy. Yeah.
Even before I was plant-based, I've always been a little hyper, but I'm just a hyperactive person all my life. And then now when I went plant-based, it might have increased just a smidget, but I think my energy is already to the top, so can't get any higher than it is. I don't know if T Vegan is still on here, but she said, can you have natural peanut butter instead of the peanuts?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, I'm more partial to like the whole food form that I could really bite into. You know what I mean? I like to chew my
Right.
food. So
Yeah. Donald Jack says, I'm still in here. Can you ask my second question? Donald, can you ask the question again in the question box? Because I'm not sure what your question was and I can't find it. Sorry. There's so many things in here. Do you guys eat the seeds and pomegranates? I do. I eat that whole sucker and it's
yeah,
so delicious.
yeah. I mean, you kind of supposed to, right?
Because I mean, that's what makes it good, right? Because it's like, you talking about, well, what else would you eat in a pomegranate if you didn't eat the
I don't
seeds?
know.
Because the seeds
I
is the
mean,
pomegranate,
I
right?
mean, I thought as far as I know, yeah, them little red things in there. That's what you eat.
Yeah, that's man. I miss that because when this is season, it's a messy thing to eat, but it's so freaking good.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me know where you get
Pomegranate and like beets are really up there for improving blood flow. So like if you're like
beets.
anemic, if you're anemic or have cardiovascular disease of any kind, pomegranate and beets.
Do you eat a
Pomegranate,
lot of beets?
pomegranate, beets, watermelon, and cucumber. Those are some of the top ones. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, Donald Jack. Okay, here's your question. I see it. What do you think of an herbal full body detox?
A herbal full body detox. I don't know what that means. Herbal full body detox. I mean,
I guess he's just talking about just taking herbs to detox your body, maybe.
I'm I mean, your body's always trying to detox itself, right? I mean, you just have to have a diet and lifestyle that facilitates the detoxification. So like, for example, when people talk about detoxification kind of overall, it's difficult for me to give like a meaningful answer unless I know what the purpose of the detox is and what
Yeah.
specifically we're trying to detox. Like, are we trying to remove stuck waste from the digestive tract and the colon? Are we trying to improve kidney function? Are we trying to reduce lipotoxicity in the liver? What are we trying to do, right?
Yeah.
So
It
that
sounds
kind of
it
thing.
sounds
Yeah.
like they'll need to like send you an inbox to get more what's the word I'm looking for? To just go further into what yeah,
Yeah.
Donald, hit up Brimson in his inbox to be specific about what you're referring to. That way you can answer your question a little better.
Because I
He needs
mean,
more
whenever you're thinking about doing like some type of detox, like you have to have like a very clear goal of like what you're trying to achieve when you do it, right?
yeah.
So
I
it's kind
love
of
this.
like if I'm a heroin addict and I want to detox from that, it's a very specific thing, right? But if I'm like a normally functioning kind of healthy person, I don't have any like conditions or anything, and I'm like, oh, I want to do a detox. It's like, well, do you feel intoxicated? Do you feel toxic? Are you trying? What type of
Yeah,
toxins are you trying to get rid of?
right.
Right? Like there should be a little bit more thought put into it before you decide to do it.
Exactly.
And the reason for that is because if you really want to stick to something, especially if it's difficult, you should have a strong reason as to why you're doing it. You know.
Well said. Okay, there's 3 more questions in the question box, and we're going to be getting off in like 3 minutes. So let's see if we can tackle these last 3 questions. What is your take on juicing?
What is my
I
take?
don't personally juice
I mean,
because I'm
juicing is
lazy.
cool. I mean, it depends on why you're doing it. I think the most
Yeah,
beneficial reason to juice is because you want to maximize nutrient uptake of specific nutrients, and you want to get it into your bloodstream quicker. Right. I think those are the
I'm
primary
lazy.
reasons why you would juice.
Do you have a juicer?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't. I used to have one years ago. It just was too much work for me. And I just was like, I'm over this. I have a blender and a food processor, and that's good enough for me. Next, okay, last 2 questions, and then we're going to go ahead and close. G Heavy says, can eating the right kind of just fruit like grapes lower your AC1 levels after a period of time? AC1, I
Well,
don't.
geez, I think they mean A1C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually, especially if your fruits are predominantly low on the glycemic index. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Nice and easy.
like the diabetics that I've had, they'll eat like a bunch of fruit before bed, and their blood sugar levels will be great overnight, and they'll wake up with lower blood sugar in the morning.
That
Yeah,
sounds pretty interesting.
yeah,
And
yeah.
last question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. So we're going to close. I love this last question. Tay Love, I think, asked this question. Bless your heart. Does being a vegan make your teeth fall out?
I don't know. I still have mine,
Well,
so
I'm going
apparently
to have to
not.
say no. I'm going to have to say no, being that I have all my teeth and they're all my teeth. There's no fake, what do you call them? Uh,
Veneers.
yeah, no veneers.
Yeah, you got some
So
good teeth in there. Yeah.
now, if you are not eating enough nutrition, your vitamins and your minerals, but that goes for any diet, not just the vegan diet, it can affect your teeth. But just eating a vegan diet in general does not make your teeth fall out. Having a lack of nutrition in your diet could have affect your teeth. Do you have anything to add to that, Rimson?
Oh, I mean, that's pretty much it. Actually, eating fruit, especially something like if you're biting into fruits like apples and pears and stuff, they actually help to clean your teeth. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you're eating foods that are high in antioxidants and whatnot, they kill bad bacteria in your mouth that eat away at your tooth enamel. So the fruits and vegetables, those cruciferous fruits and vegetables and fruits and whatnot, actually are protective for your teeth and the health of your gums. So,
I also heard that because fruit is so acidic, if you are eating a lot of fruit, you shouldn't brush your teeth right after you eat fruit because your teeth are still sensitive from the acid. So instead of brushing your teeth right after, rinse your mouth right after, and then maybe give it 2 hours before you brush your teeth with toothpaste and all that. That's just a little.
I don't necessarily know if fruit. Well, first of all, I don't think you should eat and then brush your teeth.
Yeah,
Generally, you should
exactly.
probably brush your teeth before you eat, but but yeah, I don't necessarily say a fruit, broadly speaking, are acidic. I know that
Really?
they're alkaline forming. Fruits are
Okay.
not unless it's like citrus fruit, but like you can have like the citrus that can be like that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know if it's enough to wear out your tooth enamel.
Okay, well that's good to know. Well, thank you, Remsen. It's been an hour.
Yeah.
I want to be mindful of your time and my time because I have a job interview. But yeah, this has been great. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for all the questions. You guys, if you guys are interested in being coached, Remsen again is a nutritionist coach. He helps you lose weight. He helps you heal your health chronic conditions. So if you need assistance, hit him up in his inbox. Tell him Nicole referred you so he can give me a discount when I need something.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Make sure you follow us both and share the live. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you, Remsen.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye.